Guess what time it is? It's time for some Ghoulish Bites. Trick or treat!
Come on in. Have some late night treats for the mind of the spooky ghoul.
So now, let's get back into the chat. We finished all topics. We covered the Bermuda Triangle. We covered creepypastas and how they affect people, so the creepypasta effect. And we also got to learn about a really cool guy named Finn McCool who was larger than life. So let's get back in there. Let's go ahead and say hi to Zawko and Sassy. Hello, Zawko and Sassy.
Hello.
Moving on to the Ghoulish Bites. You've made it through. See? Not that hard, right?
Nah, I feel a little bit better now, but I also think it's because I turned my fan on and it's not 1,000 degrees in here anymore.
No. You didn't have to suffer through the heat for us. We could have paused the show so you can get settled in. It's why we take those
it's
breaks.
fine. I didn't realize that it was that hot in here. You know, I was one of those things where I was just so focused on what we were doing, and then I was like, wait a second, I need to turn the fan on. It's hot in here.
You feeling better? That's good. Yeah, we take those breaks so you can figure out like what you need. Like for me, sometimes I just need to walk around and stretch for a little bit. Otherwise, I need to refill my water, or I grab something to munch on because I want to eat something I don't want to eat on stream, so I'll just quickly eat before. But yes, so we were just talking in the last part of the episode where we were talking about storytelling and folklore in smaller areas and how there's like the storytelling is part of like just the culture of smaller communities prior to it being destroyed by Christianity when the Christians came, just like they did in the Philippines where when the Spanish took over, they literally burned our history and then introduced us to their rules and their lives, and then introduced us to the Christian religion. And it was heavily it has heavily affected and changed us in general as a society, as a people, or anything like that. It's completely changed us. And a lot of us are so disconnected to our past stories, to our past beliefs, that we have to go on deep dives to try and figure out some semblance of what we believed in prior to what was forced upon us, right? And so
yeah,
you were mentioning that there was, in all the small stories, there's usually words of wisdom. And for me, I believe that storytelling was used as a tool to be able to teach very important critical lessons in a palpable way. So for a child, they are easily distracted and serious topics are really difficult, you know? And so when they want to teach the child something, they come up with what would be like a game or a story. And so they will tell a story to try and teach a lesson. So it is very common in all of our history, because before America was a country, we lived elsewhere, and it was a common thing where storytelling was a way for them to teach us lessons that we needed to learn. That's what folklore was. That's what the scary stories are. And they would scare the children so they wouldn't go outside at night and freeze to death. They wouldn't go and wander off somewhere else, you know? So there was definitely a way of them making it so that it's palpable for whoever they were trying to present that. But now the translation's even been lost to adults nowadays that don't even know what the true meaning of these stories are, right? So yeah, it's very interesting that you mentioned that. What's going on, Sassy?
what am I doing?
Oh, nothing. You didn't. I didn't know if you were finished talking about what you were talking about before we took our break. So I was giving you the opportunity to come back in and, you know.
Sorry, I got a message and got distracted.
It's okay.
No, I think I was just wrapping up as we went to the last break. Just pondering that, like, or the Irish culture before Christianity came along was very pagan and very like druidic. So all our stories, all our like folklore stories have are tinged with druids being like putting curses on people, or like turning people into deers that turn into women that turn back into deers and all that jazz. And it's it's such a rich history and culture like that just kind of gets lost because of the erasure of the druidic um religion, or lack thereof. It was like, what have you, when Christianity came along, when the Vikings came over and tried to like turn us to their religion. So our culture kind of got like muted and pushed aside.
And here I
Uh,
am, all the way across the
while we
ocean,
got
obsessed with Celtic mythology and Druidic mythologies, going back to like the roots of nature in itself, you know? So it's
yeah,
not forgotten.
I it's not forgotten. I think like having having the stories be out there and people actually being fascinated with like the faith folk in general kind of keeps the those like stories with, because when people start looking into all the fairy tales from the faith folk and that, you will end up
Woo!
reading about Finn McCool and all the other folklore heroes, because almost everything touches on fae at some point. Almost everything in our, like, there's not one story, there's not one kind of story that does not be like, oh, there's a fairy over here just twisting time so a fella would see himself and be like, oh Jesus, what's happening? Which is
Yeah.
actually one of my favorite stories. It's just like a guy walking in the woods trying to get home from like I think in the story he's coming home from the pub, depending on, well, a tavern, depending on your story, or he's coming home from like a cattle mart. So he's taking the and then he's like, oh, I see a pathway, there's a shortcut. So he takes the shortcut, but he tramples over he tramples over a fairy ring, and a fairy is just sitting there on a like a mushroom, and it's like, are you going to say sorry? And the guy was just like, what's happening? And he just keeps on walking, he ignores him, and the fairy's like, I'll teach you. So he keeps walking down the road, and he looks around. He's like, "Oh, where am I? It seems like the road I was like. I already passed this tree like before." And then someone's he sees someone in the distance that is wandering towards him, and he's like, "Hey, hey, hey, do you know where I am?" And as the person gets closer, he stops in his tracks, and he is like, "That can't be." He sees himself coming down the
Oh,
road.
yeah.
And as he gets closer, the person himself starts to melt and disappear, and and the cycle continues. So he's stuck in a cycle of like, he has a choice not to say sorry to the fairy each time, and every time he doesn't, he will walk until he stops, and then he will see himself, and then he will die.
Man. Yeah. This makes me. You like my Elvira shirt? Me too. It reminds me of 100th. Sorry, so 10th, the 10th Kingdom. I don't know if you guys know that miniseries where they're lost in the
Yeah.
woods and the Fae are just fucking with them because they were having a day and they were just wanting to be naughty little fairies. So, and people can't say that fairies aren't real because fairies aren't only known in um Irish mythology. There's actually fairy mentions of fairies in so many different cultures. So they must have existed at one point for it to have so many different versions in different cultures. So Do not
Yeah.
do not discredit the Fae. I believe that the Fae are very, very real.
Put out some bread, put out some milk, and just be thankful.
Yes. So, we are on to the Ghoulish Bites, as you guys already know, and we wanted to talk about storytelling and culture. But in the Ghoulish Bites, we usually just talk about things that are like things we wanted to bring up from the episode today or current events that are happening. But one of our more common ones is talking about our favorite snacks or any new snacks that we've encountered lately. So, what is your current snack or new snack that you discovered? Any new snacks for you guys, or any snacks that you keep coming back to?
I mean, I would say my favorite snack is still Sour Patch Kids every day. Can eat millions of them.
These are the extremely sour ones.
I love Sour Patch Kids. Like, but to me, they're not even sour because it's just sugar. It just dries your mouth out.
Yeah.
Because if you can give me a sour candy that I can chew, I'm there. That's it. That's all I need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't like sour glass candies. No.
Oh yes.
I don't like it.
You don't. Yeah.
I don't like them sitting at my jaw because as a
Yeah.
child, as one does, you eat what you see how many you can eat, and yeah, I burnt a couple of layers of my cheek off as a child, so I have little divots in my cheek.
So, speaking of that fun fact, when I was growing up, I've always loved sour candy. You know, just can't get enough of it. One summer, I went on vacation, or I went somewhere, I don't remember, but I bought a bunch of different kinds of sour candies, and I ate a bunch at one time to the point where my tongue started legitimately bleeding because I had the acid from the sour candy, the acidity actually burned my tongue. And
Yeah.
so ever since then, I've had a little bit more of a sensitivity to sour because my taste buds had to regrow. But I still love it, and I'll still indulge in it, just not as crazy as I used to.
So my favorite sour candy, well, my favorite sour candy beforehand was I'm obsessed with sour Skittles. I don't know if you guys like understand.
And that's what did it. It was I ate way too many sour Skittles and Sour Patch.
Oh my gosh. But
and the Warheads, just I did too many sour stuff that summer.
Actually, so usually my favorite sour candy is sour Skittles, right? And then I would partake in the Sour Patch Kids ones every once in a while. And then as I showed you guys in the last episode, we had the Sour Patch Chews, which is like the chewy candy, but it's the different flavors of Sour Patch, and the inside is where, like, inside the chewy candy is the salicylic acids, the salt, the sweetened sour candy inside, right? Well, my new current favorite candy, it's actually pretty much empty, is the Sour Punch Enchanted Forest shapes. The flavors are watermelon, strawberry, lemon, and grape, and they're shaped like little they're shaped like little gnomies. So they've got the gnome hat. They've got like little flowers and clovers, and then they have mushrooms.
You need to send me a couple of packs of those.
Hold on, let me go grab it. I have the current sour candy that I've been eating. I have over here. Let me go grab it.
Yeah, this is my current favorite sour candy, is the Enchanted Forest shapes for sure.
I haven't found a good sour candy in a good while. Now I have to go hunting.
Okay, so I have two candies that I've been kind of going back and forth. So we got the sour strips.
I love the rainbow ones.
These are the pink lemonade ones. They're really good.
Good.
So that's my first sour candy.
They're watermelons.
And then I've got the retro sours tangerine.
Where
these
did
are
you
also very
find
good.
those? Wait. Where did you find? Wait, I haven't seen those since I was like in college, maybe high school. Like, where did you find that tin?
So it's not Altoid actually. It's a different company. They after the Altoid sours stopped, they picked it up and their company is just called Retro Sours.
I remember that
And,
my favorite was the raspberry ones. Do you guys remember them? They were pink and then they were shaped like the raspberries and they were so
mm-hmm.
sour. Oh man.
But
I
those are
haven't
my
seen
2
those in
current
so
candies.
long. The orange is good too. The tangerine or whatever was really good. I'm actually salivating. I feel it in my cheeks right now.
And the way that I got them and I found out they exist is because my boss at where I work actually brought in different exotic snacks from other countries, and like that was one of the things was the retro sours that he brought in.
Okay, I'm gonna probably have to find those. How about you,
I'm pretty
Sassy?
sure you can find them.
Oh, I'll try to now that I know that they exist again.
For me, one I got into it's just a dark chocolate bar, nothing special. Just the fact that where I got it was at a convent of Franciscan nuns. There's a convent in Galway called uh, Ballamore. I can't remember the name, but basically the nuns grow all their ingredients themselves and make their own like chocolate, to make their own jams and all that. And their bars of chocolate absolutely gorgeous. Like it's homemade chocolate, dark chocolate bars. Absolutely. Oh,
So,
God must exist for these chocolates to be as good as they are.
so I got something new
After me
yesterday.
going on a rant about
So you mentioned
Christianity.
chocolate, right? So I got some new things yesterday. And I am obsessed with them. So first and foremost, have you guys had the Dubai cones where it's the Dubai chocolate where it's like on like a drumstick cone? That shit's
I have
bomb.
not.
It is so good. So if you guys see it, try it. Unless you're allergic to pistachios, then don't eat it. But yesterday,
love
I
pistachios.
finally got bold and decided to give these guys a shot. So this one's cookies and cream. And this surprised me because a lot of the edibles that I've had before, a lot of them have the flour flavor. You know what I'm talking about? Like you can taste the flour, right?
You can taste it, yeah.
And then
You're just eating grass.
it's not so strong with the chocolates because I've had just the plain chocolates where it's just the infused chocolates, right? You can still kind of taste it, but it's not as intense, but you can still taste it. I bought these yesterday and I ate one. And I can understand because I was like looking at the video of the girls that would eat the whole bag of this and not even know that it's like cannabis infused and then they're like high for 2 days, right? Anyways, I ate one yesterday and I was floored because I did not taste flour at all. Like, no flour. Like, if there was, it was like a very, very tame aftertaste, like afterwards. But aside from that, I could not taste the flour. And now I'm just like, these are actually dangerous. I had 3 yesterday.
Yeah, I can't take edibles. That's a problem I have is I overeat. So if I get like a chocolate bar, it's like, okay, you're supposed to have a piece of the chocolate bar. I'll end up eating the whole thing and then I'm high for like 3 days. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I can't do that.
But see, the chocolate was like, I could still taste the flour in the chocolate, but it was still so good that I could eat at least like half the bar if I wanted to, right? But with these guys, oh man, they are so good. And I'm kind of sad that I got them because now I know I'm going to look for them all the time. And all I can think about is the Dubai chocolate cones and how I wish that they would make a canna infused one of the Dubai chocolate cones because I would be in heaven if that existed anywhere out there. So I'm saying it out there. Who can make it happen? Make it happen. But oh my goodness.
Unfortunately, all my THC stuff is changing.
Oh, why?
So essentially, starting June 30th, like all of the current THC that we carry and that we sell is going away because our government put a ban on synthetic cannabinoids. So
That's
like pretty much everything that we carry is synthetic, so that's going
Oh,
away.
that's bad.
So it's looking like Tennessee, the only thing that people in Tennessee are going to be able to sell after June 30th is going to be like Delta 8 and Delta 10.
Damn. Crazy. Well, I'm in
So yeah,
California,
that
so
really
I hope
sucks.
that never happens here.
I don't think y'all have
I,
to worry about that. I don't think Tennessee's even like medical legal yet. I think we're one of the last states that hasn't had any kind of legality with THC. I
What
don't
were you
know
saying,
why.
Sassy?
I do love the fact that two of you are just sitting there explaining how amazing weed is and making me long for it, and I can't get any because it's
Is it
illegal.
illegal? Actually, I didn't like. I learned before I went home to the Philippines. I learned that it's so illegal there. That I'm glad
Oh
that I did
yeah.
my research beforehand. Like, you can be in jail for the rest of your life, or get shot on site or something insane. I'm just like,
Oh yeah. The
oh,
Philippines has the death penalty, don't they?
yes.
I know one of the Asian countries have I forget where it is, but has like death penalty like for just a small amount of weed.
Oh yeah,
Like
it's
it's
crazy. It's crazy.
crazy.
So you don't even mess
Yeah.
with it. So now that we're talking candies, and we're gonna move past edibles, but I really enjoyed that. I discovered a new candy. Actually, I didn't discover it. A friend of mine brought me a new candy, and I brought home one for my sister and one for Ginger. And so they're these new Mexican candies, and they're called Cuban Jelly Huevitos, which means Mexican frying egg candy. And this candy comes in like a little. Have you guys ever had the SpongeBob Krabby Patties gummies where you can make your own little
Yes.
gummy stack? Okay, so it comes in a packaging very similar than that. So all this packaging, you open it and there's this little tiny black, like this tiny black plastic pan, and inside there is a jelly egg that's like wrapped in like in the plastic. So
Hmm.
there's instructions, and the instructions are, it makes you take everything out of the pan, and then it makes you open the seasoning packet or the salt and pepper packet, and it makes you open the salt and pepper packet and put that in the bottom, or like in the pan, right? And then after
Hmm.
that you're supposed to open the egg, and then after that you're supposed to dump the egg on top of the frying pan where the salt and pepper are. And as soon as the egg and the juice from the candy of the egg hits, like it's like a little watery, hits the salt and pepper and creates a popping sound. So the salt and pepper is actually rock, is the popping
Pop
candy.
rocks?
Yeah, so it's pop rocks.
Oh.
So it's a frying pan, and you put pop rocks, aka salt and pepper seasoning, on the frying pan, and then you put this egg, this egg gummy on top of it, and then you have like this tiny little plastic spatula that you can like sift the egg around, and all you can hear is like eggs frying in the morning. And I thought it was the most creative and most fun candy I have tried in a very long time. And I can't wait for it to go
That sounds so
everywhere.
good.
Oh, it is so fun. It is so fun. Whenever I see it in the store, I'm going to buy some, and maybe I can get a little goodie package that I don't even know how we're going to send it to you because it's going to be so expensive. But we'll figure it out. Either that or you're going to have to come visit
Oh
me here.
yeah.
Yeah.
I also have one last big sour candy that I very
Uh-oh.
much enjoy, which is this 10-pound bag of sour gummy worms.
Oh,
Where did
gummy
you get that from?
worms. I
It's Sugar?
fucking love gummy worms.
Where did you get it? Is it from It's Sugar, or what? That is huge.
I got this from my local store. They also have a big bag the same size as with Sour Patch Kids.
Ooh, yes.
I used to buy those when I was in school and share them with people.
And then yesterday, for another food discovery that I didn't know existed, and I'm sad it took me this long to discover food, Me and my husband went to a different town, the town that I went to high school in and junior high in, and we went to revisit it just because I wanted to visit the cannabis shops there and a couple of the crystal and witchy shops that they have over there. And uh we managed to get a couple really cool things from the shop. We got me a new really cool battery. I don't know if you guys know what this is, but it's from Ooze, if you've never heard of Ooze. And it's cool because it's a dual cartridge and you can choose to either flip the switch so you can smoke one or the other, or you can put it in between, you can smoke both. And so I found this over there. And then I'm trying to find the actual card. And there was a local artist that lives in the area that makes custom Pokemon cards, and he made some really funny ones, and a couple of them are Trump based. We actually bought one as a special gift for one of our friends whose birthday's coming up, who's a huge Pokemon fan. But like, this guy creates Pokemon cards and they look like legit Pokemon cards. Like, look at this guy, look at this guy. So it's like Oddish eating a pizza with drool, right? And then it costs 2 grass energy, and the attack is called self-inflicted hotbox, and it does 60 damage. And it goes, this Pokemon is now blazed and takes 30 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is also now blazed. So it's just like he's a little artist. He's a local artist in that area, and he makes these different really funny Pokemon cards. And some of them are very politically charged and funny, especially the Trump's ones. They're pretty funny. One of them was like, the special attack was grab him by the kitty, and it's me. And then it gives a description of like how obscene that concept is. And to make things worse, is it like puts it in quotes and it says "D Trump" as the quote that it came from. So it's crazy. But yeah, they had a lot of really cool Pokemon cards, and we found that yesterday. But for lunch yesterday, my partner and I decided to go and try a place that's there. And we were just walking around trying to find a place, and we found this sandwich shop that he was so excited to see, and he immediately was like, that's where we're going to eat. And so there's this sandwich place that he took me to yesterday that we just came across, and it's called Ike's Sandwiches or something like that. And they have this Dutch cheddar bread that they use or something like that. It is so good. It is so good. I am so mad that I only ordered one sandwich because I ate it for lunch and then I ate my other half for dinner, and today I've been craving it. So there's a new sandwich shop that I'm obsessed with called Ike's, and apparently he's gone to an Ike's near where his dad lives, and he's taken his dad to Ike's like 5 times without me. So I'm a little bit salty about it, you guys. Just a little bit. But it's okay. But yeah, it's a sandwich place called Ike's, and it was excellent. I really, really liked it. And my order that I did last night was "Not tonight, honey. I have a headache." That's the name of the actual sandwich. Not tonight. I have a headache. But yeah, it was so good. And then they also had the voodoo chips that I like. I don't know if you guys, I've talked about voodoo chips quite frequently. And there are these chips that have like a delicious flavor to them. And they had voodoo chips as their thing. And they had the spicy voodoo chips and regular voodoo chips and other voodoo flavor chips that I didn't even know existed. So I got to try those. Oh, Zips. The name of the brand is Zips or something like that. But it's good. But that's it. That's what I got for snacks.
Yeah. Funny that we were doing this, like, I think it was last Monday or Sunday. I was just, like, just kept getting ads for sweets on, like, on Instagram. So I just jumped in one of the ads, and it was like a nostalgia sweet shop. It had sweets from when we were younger, and I was so tempted to buy a gigantic box of little Haribo turtles.
Okay.
I could eat a bajillion of them because they're the only turtle based little sweets that I love. Like, because the
Is it
every
the
other
tropical
turtles that I
flavor
see,
ones?
no, it's just green. It's like lime gelatin. Like, it's just a green turtle with like a little kind of green base to it. It's just I don't know why they're just so good. They don't have any special taste.
Oh,
Every other turtle that I found that is in the Haribo ones have a white base, and it just I don't know why it does not taste the
you don't
same.
like the cream flavor because the white base is usually like a
Yeah,
cream flavor that they put on it, and then they have their
yeah.
solid jellies, which don't have that. And I think you're talking about the one that doesn't have that base, or does it have that base?
It has that base, but it's like
Very little.
a lime green. Like it is a green base. All
Oh,
right. Yeah,
oh, they're called
it's a
gummy
bright
turtles,
green.
aren't they? Are they just called gummy turtles?
Oh, they're just turtles.
Oh, they're just
That's
called
all.
turtles.
Yeah, it's Haribo. Like they come in a tub. Like they're not in bags or anything. It's a tub of things. It's like it's ones that you would get in a shop that you put in like a pick and mix bag kind of thing. They're just
Oh,
tiny little turtles. Because
oh,
over here we
they're
our
called
candy
terrific
shops
turtles. I saw them, and
terrific
they're
turtles.
called terrific turtles, and they're so cute.
Yeah,
They're like this big. They're like this big from the looks of it. So yeah,
yeah.
they're
I
cute. I want to go. I want to
they're
go to the candy
cute.
shop after this, you guys. I really want to get more candy.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, that's what
but
I had
there's
for.
also
What? Go on.
ones that when I was looking at turtles, there's also there used to be chocolate turtles that had like a creamy filling inside that used to
The
dude
only
like
dessert that I know of that I consider
so
turtles
amazing.
is usually caramel, cashews, and chocolate, and it's a chocolate thing, and it's called turtles. That's the only
Yeah,
chocolate. That's the only turtle dish I can think of.
yeah. Again, these ones are like I think they're Irish in England specifically because I could never find them anywhere else. Like going to sweet shops in France, in Germany, could never find them at all. They're just tiny little turtles, like, and they're just amazing. But the fact that well, I ate something really good there the other day. It was a breakfast burrito. I've never had scrambled eggs in their burrito before,
Oh, you've never had a breakfast burrito
and
before? Oh my goodness.
I had a breakfast burrito. Well, we don't really have burrito shops around there. I
That's true.
The closest one is a town over, and that was only opened up like 3 years ago or around COVID. So like it's not long there. So having to go to Dublin or major cities to get them was always a hassle. But uh, I have had breakfast burritos. I just never had um uh why can't I say the word now?
Scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs. Thank you. That oof,
Hmm, interesting.
early on said today. Um, scrambled eggs and the sausage. Like it just tied everything together because it was slightly
Oh yeah.
they had a bit of a moist added a moistness to it, which is just so good.
Yeah, I love breakfast burritos. Usually my breakfast burritos consist of the egg and then some salsa, some red salsa that goes on it. And then it has usually like potatoes and bacon with some cheese. So that's usually what my breakfast burrito is bacon, cheese, egg, and red salsa. And it is so good. I love breakfast burritos so much. The potatoes, oh man, and um they're like fried potatoes. So they cut them into cubes and then they fry them and then they mix it with the food. It's really good. It's really tasty. I
Ooh,
also
that's
eat my
so
corned beef with potatoes and onions. So I like potatoes a lot in my dishes.
now. When you say corned beef, do you mean like the slabs of corned beef, or do you mean sliced corned beef?
What I like, okay, so in the Philippines we have corned beef and it's like shredded meat. It's shredded meat that we cook in the and we fry and then we add onions and potatoes in it and then we mix it and then
Okay.
we eat it with rice and vinegar. So we put a little vinegar on top of it and eat
Ah,
with rice
okay.
and vinegar. So yeah, we would fry it. So it usually comes in a can and it's like shredded meat and then you cook it in the fryer and you shred it some more and then you add the vegetables that you want to add to it and then you serve it with rice and dribble a little vinegar on top of it or dip your spoon in vinegar and pick up the corned beef and rice and eat it like that. So Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's Filipino breakfast right there. Is corned beef and rice. We eat it
That
with
sounds so
rice.
good.
It is so
That
good.
sounds so good. Now
Probably
I'm
gonna make some.
hungry.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna make some
Like,
for dinner now that we're talking about it.
I'm not really a breakfast person. I'm not gonna lie. I'll have it every now and then, but I typically don't wake up early enough to have it be considered breakfast. Just that, and then also depending on what it is, it's like a 50-50 on if it's gonna just like absolutely upset my stomach or not. So I typically just skip breakfast.
Yeah, for
yeah.
me, there was a culture shock with breakfast for me because breakfast in the Philippines is, like I said, rice and corned beef, or sometimes it's fish with rice and vegetables, and that's what I would have for breakfast. And then when I came to the United States, it's like pancakes, waffles. It's so sweet and so heavy, and then if it's not that, then it's like, oh, it's this giant slab of ham and 5 eggs and
Yep,
potatoes. Oh, it's so much. It is so much.
I can have it as much because certain types of sausages will give me acid reflux, and
Oh,
yeah,
it ruins my day because the acid reflux doesn't happen straight away. It's like an hour later. I'm
that's
trying to do them,
exactly
and
what
I'm just,
happens to me
ugh,
with bacon. If I eat bacon in the morning, I will have acid reflux like the entire day until I finally take some medicine.
ugh, rough.
yeah. So I for breakfast I would love to. I would basically have a Irish fry, like
What's an Irish
uh,
fry?
s- it's basically sausages, eggs, baked beans, hash browns. You can have mushrooms. You have a fried tomato. Um, uh, toast and a cup of tea.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically kind of same thing as a full English, full Irish kind of thing. Depending on if you say full Irish, you're generally getting like two sausages, two, three sausages. If you go just say half Irish or like breakfast, you probably get one or two. Like it's the full Irish is just a big ass plate and you won't finish it because there's just so much. But yeah, it's so good.
All right.
Like fried onions. Ugh.
Do we have any more that we want to share? Are we good? We want to wrap up the ghoulish bites and feed ourselves now that we've made ourselves extremely hungry.
Yeah, I think it's time to go get some food in the system.
Yeah.
Oh, I won't be eating it. It's 10 to 2
Yeah,
in the morning.
you're gonna have to go to bed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So again, I'm glad to have you guys here. Thank you for helping me cover. I really appreciate you coming in, Zawko. Thank you for being co-host. Sassy. I know we've
Yeah.
been busy, but you know, when Miso needs to get things taken care of, she's got to take care of it. So we have
Yeah,
to keep
that's
on
why you have
going, but
us.
also keep her in mind. And again, I
Yeah.
apologize again for being MIA for most of this month. I've just mentally not had the battery. My emotional state and my mental state has been rather struggling. And today I have to keep telling myself that I need to listen to a lot of the quotes that I put in the beginning of my streams and the beginning of the podcast, that in times like this, to continue to create is its own form of protest. And I felt
Yeah.
myself drained from the news. I felt myself depressed from the news. Everything going on here, everything going on in the world, it's draining and it's frustrating. And I'm so sorry that I just haven't had the batteries to go on stream and try and, you know, entertain and be friendly while I'm mentally struggling with everything going on. But it makes me also think that it is what they want to accomplish. So we have to continue to create. We have to continue to be resilient. It is our form of protest. They want us quiet. They want us silent. They want us defeated. And they want us to lose hope. And they want us to comply. So I need to remind myself that this is when the fight is most important. So I can't let myself get drained and brought down and unable to do anything. But I'm doing my best. But I do apologize ahead of time if I'm going to take some time off, you guys. But I am trying to find a balance of being a content creator that's also healthy mentally. I don't want to present myself on stream where I'm feeling my
Yeah,
lowest. You know what I mean?
you definitely want to prioritize mental health. I mean, we as people that watch your stream, we understand, everybody goes through things. I have been through so much mentally that I could talk and write a book about it. But the way that I always look at it is it's the best thing to do is to take care of yourself first and then come back when you feel like you actually have that drive to do it.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't streamed in about almost a year, because I
It's-
haven't personally had that, feeling of I'm ready to come back to it.
Mhm.
I've been enjoying being a spectator and just watching other streamers because it gives me that more time to sit there and focus on myself and my own mental health energy. And guys, this is me talking to everyone. Check up on your friends because you never know what they're going through. I've had a lot of friends that are going through some stuff lately that I didn't even know about that has been going on for almost a year. So some people are really good at hiding it. Check on your friends. That's all I want to say on that.
Yeah, it's really important. Like I'm seeing
Very
myself and I'm seeing a bunch of my friends are also struggling and I'm seeing a bunch of my friends are also going through manic depressive states like I am. So I'm not alone. And so I will choose to continue to be some kind of representation or beacon for those that are feeling the way I am. And I'll continue to stream whether I'm streaming to one person or to 20. I will do what I do, but I will also continue to take the time that I need when I need to. And
Yeah.
for the people that have stayed with me through it all, I appreciate you guys so much. And then for everyone that continues to support our little podcast and this channel, thank you. And it's been a journey. 32 episodes is not something to sneeze at. So I'm pretty happy with what we've presented. I'm pretty happy with the personalities that we've introduced. I'm pretty happy with what they've talked about and all that stuff. And I've had some of my favorite people joining me in this podcast, so it's been great. So with that being said, we hope you guys are all good. We're going to do our outro in a few minutes. I just wanted to touch base with everybody. I do plan on coming back this week, but I can't promise that. I am mentally feeling better. I had a breakthrough with my depressive spiral like 2 days ago. So I started recovering yesterday, and today is so I'm starting to recover. I'm getting there, but it took me about 2.5 weeks to 3 weeks of fighting and being depressed and crying and feeling like no one cares if I exist to people do care that I exist. It's like this constant struggle. So we're doing good, and I plan to come back this week, and if I don't, please understand that I'm doing my best. So with that being said, without Miso here, Sassy, you're gonna have to do part 2 of the outro, and are you ready for that? Are you ready for that responsibility?
Absolutely not. I'm not ready for any responsibility.
Okay, so
no responsibility.
Yeah, so for me, I usually say, we'll stay thick, and then our special guests will go, or however they want to say and then Miso, who is usually our co-host, will be like, and we'll stay, and we'll, I say you'll stay thick, and then she'll be like, we'll stay, thick. Yeah, so you stay, wait, hold on.
Spooky.
We'll stay spooky. And then you stay spooky is what she's gonna say. So my part is, we'll stay thick, and is for Zawko. You stay spooky for our Sassiesquatch. There, I typed it out, you guys, so you know your lines.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I think I got it memorized.
All right, you guys ready? All right, ready? Sassy, you good? All right.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll stay thick.
And
you stay spooky.